Well, hello everybody. So it's our last night here in San Antonio, and I've been asked to teach some line dancing to the ladies. So we actually got permission from one of the clubs that we could use their equipment and teach for an hour or so. So we're gonna go out tonight, and I'm gonna try to get some of the girls involved in some line dancing. Some of them made some special purchases of boots or whatnot, and it's a little bit of pressure, but I'm gonna have fun, so wish me luck. Well, hello everybody. Happy Foxy Friday. Well, this is part 2 about my trip to San Antonio. And let me start with the end. So it was 4 days. The 4th day was supposed to be my contribution to it. Someone had asked me to teach line dancing, and it was kind of up in the air what day the line dancing would be. So because someone was trying to coordinate with this club, and first it was going to be one place, then another, it was going to be one time, then another. Well, it kind of wound up being the last thing on the last night, which is not ideal because people are kind of getting ready to leave. But a lot of people showed up and were there, even though it was late in the evening. But when we got to the club, they had a drag show going on, and the drag show went on much longer than it was supposed to. You know, those divas, if they gotta get dolled up, and if they're not dolled up, then things go much longer than they're supposed to. So a lot of people had early flights or were leaving early and kind of started to trickle out. Well, finally, I got to be my turn to teach my line dancing. And at first, there were quite a few people on the floor, and it was going really well. And I really like line dancing, and I love dressing in the cowgirl style, so I was really digging it. And there was a few other people that were really enjoying it. But as I kept teaching more dances, people kind of started trickling out and leaving. So that kind of was a bummer, kind of anticlimactic. But after I was done, the DJ did come over to me and say, hey, if you're ever back in San Antonio, make sure you let me know. We'll set something up, we'll advertise it, and we'll do this again. So that made me feel good. And as we were leaving, there was a girl and her boyfriend at the bar, and the girl said, you rocked it, girl, you look so good, that was so much fun. So it was really neat getting some positive feedback, even though things really didn't go smoothly. So this video is about days 3 and 4 of my 4-day trip. And it started off kind of negative. Often on my trips, at some point, I'll be like, why did I do this? I should have just stayed home. This is not worth it. And Friday started out that way. My press-on nails that I had used were popping off. I had gotten a run in my pantyhose. I was having trouble with my contacts. I was just like done. But luckily, Nikki was with me, and she kind of gave me a little pep talk, and we got back into it. That night was our big formal get-together, a formal dinner. And this is kind of usually what is kind of considered the highlight of our get-togethers. Everyone gets dressed up in their best clothes, and I wore this dress and these cute shoes. This dress was actually Nikki's at one time, and she gave it to me, and I think it's just super cute. And we started getting ready, primping, and I guess the window to the hotel room wasn't closed, and as I'm just about done getting ready, I look over and there's a guy on the balcony across the river who's looking over at us, and he kind of waves when he realizes that we notice him. So I'm not sure how much he saw, but he was sitting there with his coffee or drink or whatever, just watching. So we went and had our party, and it's always really neat because it's an experience where a lot of girls don't get this type of opportunity. It's a chance for a lot of us to get together and meet, and significant others often come along and get to meet, and everybody's kind of got their best foot forward. So it's like one of those opportunities that you don't get very often, just to kind of look your best and feel your best. And that's really the most important part, is having the experience to be able to feel pretty is kind of a special evening. After the dinner, we decided to go back to Coyote's Ugly. I don't know why I keep messing up that name. So Coyote's Ugly, which we had a great time at the night before. So I was excited to go try that again. It seemed like a fun place. Well, it was. It was even more fun the second time than the first time. And like I said in the last video, I'm gonna save all the things that went on there for a separate video. So hopefully I'll have that next weekend. But it was really a fun trip. We went to this market the next day. And walked around the market, and that was really a neat experience and fun, and meeting different people, and the vendors were all sweet to us, and it was a great trip. At one point I was thinking maybe I shouldn't be doing these trips anymore. They're a lot of work, but I'm sure I will be, maybe even next spring. Well, make sure you tune in next week, everybody. Have a great weekend.